What's going on, guys? It's Mr. DEBT Joe Lorick from the Money Etiquette Group. Look, I just read an article on CNBC. I'm paraphrasing, but it was titled something like the #1 issue keeping you from inheriting a lot of money or getting your windfall from inheritance. And as I read through the list, I was looking at it because I wanted to see why, a person like me was not inheriting so much money. And I was looking through the list over and over and over again, and it didn't list any reason that I was not inheriting money. I mean, it was a lot of reasoning going back to misunderstandings and not filing paperwork the correct way, all these little details that could help you get your money, get your inheritance. And then I was like, well, I don't think my family did paperwork the wrong way, or I don't think there's some money sitting somewhere that went to the government that was supposed to come to me. I haven't inherited anything from any family member's death in their life, but it made me think, I guess the article wasn't meant for me. I mean, how many of you out here, maybe this is a majority problem versus the quote unquote minority problem. How many of you out there have inherited anything and expect to inherit something upon your grandparents or great grandparents' death? I'm just curious on how that works. I've seen it, don't get me wrong. I know the technical aspects behind an inheritance and planning for estates. I'm in finance, so I know those things. Okay, this is more tongue in cheek, but I'm really questioning when reading that article. I'm like, well, you could have put a disclosure in there that this article is not meant for poor, broke people or people from families of the lower middle class, most black families, other minority families. This was not written for us. I read it thinking that I could read this article because it was meant for me too, but apparently it's not. I'm not a part of that Me Too movement. Apparently I'm you're not a part of this movement. So let me know. Maybe it's a lot more people out there that are inheriting things and have a windfall coming their way, but not the people I've grown up around. We're not inheriting much. In fact, we're trying to build so that our kids can inherit. I do know, and I am aware, that the largest transfer of wealth is about to take place when it comes to baby boomers passing and then leaving an inheritance to their children, because there are more baby boomers than children in terms of numbers. The baby boomers did not have the same amount of children as their parents, so that means that you have a certain amount of money, a concentration of money that will only be going to a few people. So of course that's going to enrich a lot of people, but I'm just speaking really specifically about this article, and I want to know from you guys if you plan on getting a windfall inheritance, or are you like me and you're like, I have to create one maybe, but there's nothing coming my way. So guys, let me know what you think. Are you getting an inheritance? And if not, how can you fix that? Well, technically, how can you fix that trend? Oh yeah, guys, and one more thing I did read on CNBC. It was Jamie Dimon, I believe, saying that the country is split terribly and they're not doing right by the poor. That is a great statement of the obvious. I think everyone, or most people in this country, are very aware that there's a serious split between the haves and the have-nots. And frankly, you're not getting points from me from a PR standpoint if you just point out the obvious and say, oh, there are poor people out here and we need to find a way to look out for them. We've heard enough of the talk of, look at those poor people, we feel for them, we got to do better, something needs to happen. Look, if you're not going to just start paying off people loans and debts, if you're not going to cancel people debts, or you're in power because of your financial position and your power, if you are empowered to help people and you don't just do it directly, look, we're not here for that. All right, it's 2019. Stop with the talk and the articles that are coming out about poor people. We do something, or don't do anything, or just shut up. We're tired of hearing it. Peace.